Hello, Renegade. I am Harmony Major, Trauma Transcendence Leader for Entrepreneurs. In this video, I'm going to address the question, what is the sympathetic nervous system? We're going to talk about, well, what is its overall function? What processes in the body does it control? And what are some symptoms that you might experience, emotional and physical, when the sympathetic nervous system is out of balance, specifically overactive? Again, I'm Harmony Major. I help audacious entrepreneurs to finally overcome childhood trauma and disable fear so that they can run better businesses on purpose. So, what is the sympathetic nervous system's overall function? The function of the system, first of all, is also called the fight or flight system. And newer research has begun to call it, particularly in the research of CPTSD, has begun to call it the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn system, the 4F system. But today we're only going to talk about the initial two, the fight or flight. So, as you might expect from the moniker, fight or flight, the sympathetic nervous system is a part of our nervous system that helps us to prepare for threats and prepare for stress or danger. The processes that it controls, for example, it dilates our pupils so that we have that farsightedness, so that we can scan our environment for, again, threats and danger. It shuts down or slows down our digestion. And I'm referring to both the movement, the peristalsis of digestion, as well as digestive juices like your stomach acid and bile. It slows that down, again, to prepare for threat, stress, danger. It also activates the sweat glands to increase perspiration, cool us off. It relaxes the bladder to allow us to hold, our urine in times of stress and danger. Of course, that also can backfire. We'll talk about that in a minute. It also stimulates the adrenal glands, gives us that boost of adrenaline so that, again, we can, be prepared to flee or be prepared to fight. So what are some symptoms that you might experience when your body is in sympathetic dominance or when your sympathetic nervous system is overactive? Some emotional symptoms that you might experience include anger. You might be quick to anger. You might be very irritable. You might have panic attacks or be prone to panic. You might have very high anxiety, irritability. I don't remember if I just said that, and just hyperactivity overall. Some physical symptoms that you might experience when you're in sympathetic dominance include dry mouth, poor digestion. Again, it slows digestion down. This can cause inability to move the bowels, as well as inability to absorb nutrients from your food. Other physical symptoms include increased heart rate, inability to cry, or you might experience dry eyes, inability to become sexually aroused, unfortunately, as well as a loss of bladder control. So, if the bladder relaxes too much, obviously, then you know how in the movies in high stress situations, sometimes the person has an accident. That's that sympathetic nervous system kicking into gear, emptying the bladder so that we have the, freedom to move as we need to in order to stay out of danger and prepare for an attack. It can also lead to higher blood pressure if sustained over time in sympathetic dominance mode. So you might be wondering, well, how does this relate to me, my life as an entrepreneur, as I go throughout my day in trying to start my business or trying to grow the one that I have? In the next video, I will talk about exactly that and relate this system to what you might experience if you're in sympathetic dominance mode as an entrepreneur. If you liked this video, if it was useful to you, if you would please leave me a like so that I know to produce more content like this. If you have a question, leave a comment. If you think it will help someone else, please share. And I'll see you soon.